many social media activists or many intellectual want to frame cookie people or the major people, I would say the
Lusai,
KNF or
Lusai.
Lusai people as terrorists, and say I don't want to call them terrorists. When let's sit, let's talk, and bring the solution on the board. And all of a sudden, when they don't listen to you, you try to frame them as a terrorist, which is the, it's a so ugly kind of I would say intention to defame or dispute a community. And Sheikh Hasina, at the last moment, she tried to create uh, anti-American sentiment. She tried to create anti-West sentiment, but it didn't work. So what's the problem? The problem is Modi. The problem is Hasina. Problem is with this Amit Shah. They tried to play with these people, and that is how things
Mm.
went wrong. I totally disagree with this kind of narrative, because these are the narratives equally fed by different country just to rule or overpower on any kind of any victim
Yeah,
or
even India was saying the same. I mean, not India, rather BJP government was saying the same thing, and army government was saying the same thing. How do you see it?
I completely disagree with this narrative. I told you earlier that when you want to divide your country, when you want to rule a larger extent of people, and you don't have any kind of I would say you don't have any kind of leverage on them, then you want to divide them in different kind of narratives. That the narratives you will find in Myanmar, then the Rohingya people, the people from the east, they will come and rule the Nepeda one day or Yangon one day, and with that narrative, the Viratu and other the extremist force try to justify the genocide on Rohingya. So similarly, all the and I would say the the tyrants or the despots try to create an imaginary enemy when they don't find inside in their own country. They try to create a enemy which would be it can happen. This narrative ultimately didn't get any kind of support, or it can be fed by any intellectual even. So Sheikh Hasina tried to create this kind of narrative just to vilify, I would say, the Western friends, that the Bangladeshi people have the huge likings about the Western friends. So she wanted to create. But you see what happened in reality when she said that I don't want to go USA because it's a so long flight. After a few months, she flew USA, and her son lives in USA. So she has the beauty of that, and if she gets any opportunity, she definitely will go Western country. So
Mm.
this is how the politician try to divide the community or
Mm.
try to create imaginary enemy. It helps them to rule over the people, and which ultimately brings the hatred of politics of hatred, and is ultimately brings the I would say some kind of leverage by the politician on the people on the ground. But if you are cautious, you should not allow this kind of the, because I can remember many social media activists or many intellectual want to frame cookie people or the major people, I would say the
Lusai,
KNF or
Lusai.
Lusai people as terrorists, and say I don't want to call them terrorists. When let's sit, let's talk, and bring the solution on the board. They didn't kill people, then why do you frame them as a terrorist? So they didn't want to have any kind of commotion interest. In past, you help them to grow, and all of a sudden, when they don't listen to you, you try to frame them as a terrorist, which is the, it's a so ugly kind of, I would say, intention to defame or dispute a community, which is not done. If you do repeatedly, the
mm,
social texture has been, destroyed. You try to destroy it that way.
mm,
But if you are, if you are cautious, if you really want to make a country or a society of or inclusive society,
mm,
you should not promote this kind of values. You should not promote this kind of idea.
mm,
And Sheikh Hasina, at the last moment, she tried to create anti-American sentiment. She
mm,
tried to create anti-West sentiment, but it didn't work. It
mm,
totally failed
mm,
because the people in Bangladesh, they don't have hatred against any country or
mm,
people of any country. They
mm,
don't have any hatred. They want to have their equal footing,
mm,
dignity of any country. If you invite any Indian
mm,
if any Bangladeshi, if you find any Bangladeshi and ask him that, do you want to invite me? He will, of course, please come and have lunch or dinner with us. So what's the problem? The problem is Modi. The problem is Hasina. Problem is with this Amit Shah. They try to play with these people, and that is how things
mm,
went wrong. You should not create the imaginary enemy, and
mm.
with that, you will not be successful.